Clarke here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of ThoughtFUL Thursdays with Miss Clarke. I'm your host and I am excited to share with you all today. So the topic that I want to discuss or that I want to highlight today is pressing that pause button to reflect, to rest, evaluate, and to reset your focus. So I know it's been a minute and I have been working tirelessly and consistently with my students, and sometimes you just have to pause, honestly. Sometimes you just have to pause an entire teaching session and just have an honest heart-to-heart with your students. And I was able to have that last week with a few of my classes, and it was remarkable and it has made a significant difference. And I just wanted to share a few things with any form of an encouragement for you all today, and that is why today's topic is about hitting that pause button so that you can rest, reflect, and evaluate what you're doing, and then hit that reset button if needed be so that we can go forward successfully. So I wrote a few things down so that I don't forget. So if you see me looking down, that is why. Alright? So sometimes in our personal lives and in our study lives or work lives, it can become very, very overwhelming. And as a student, you may feel like you just want to scream. And sometimes you just want to throw in the towel and give up and say, I ain't able, this is too much, this is information overload. Sometimes you might feel as though you're a computer where there's 1,000,001 apps running and 1,000,001 tabs on doing research and trying to sort out life. And sometimes you just need to pause, because I know that life has been overwhelming, not just because of the whole COVID season and all that entails, but with the whole virtual teaching, with so much changes and so much uncertainties, as well as the constants that continue to bombard us, like the everyday assignments, homework, classes, not to forget the assignments, the additional homework, notes, exercises, and let's not forget those SBA projects, especially the Form 4s and Form 5 students that have started SBAs, because it's SBAs for maths, for English, for social studies, for basically all your subjects or lab week that you're trying to do virtually in a class, which we know is crazy, but it can be done and it will be done. But what we really need to do is to sometimes just pause, take a break, and just pace yourself. So yes, I am here to tell you to pause, because we know that there are expectations. Your parents have expectations of you. Your siblings have expectations. Your teachers have expectations. Society have expectations. And sometimes you yourself have expectations of yourself. And all of this different demands can put a lot of pressure on us and stress us out unnecessarily. So please hit that pause button. Not literally in this video or podcast, but the reset and pause button of life. So I'm here to tell you to pause, not to stop, not to give up, just pause. Pause meaning you're going to rest, relax, do something that you enjoy, take a long nap, watch some TV, listen to good music, do a hobby, do something that would take you away from the everyday stresses, to take you away from that stressful trigger. Take a walk, exercise, do a sport, go and enjoy the sun, get in vitamin D is important, drink your water, and just relax. Whether you're doing art, whether you're doing sport, whether you're just doing something just to detox, do a pedicure, paint your nails, do something, please. And after you're doing something to relax, just in the same period of pausing, you want to be able to reflect, to think, to question yourself and question your life, and to think on what I am doing and if I am doing it successfully. So I want you to ask yourself questions like, have you been doing, or the way that you have been doing stuff, has it been yielding the results that you want for yourself personally? Is there another way that you can get what you want to get? Is there a better way or a more effective and efficient way of achieving your goals or your vision that you have for yourself? Whether it just be passing maths or doing well academically or whatever goal or aspirations that you have personally. What are you doing? And are you seeing the results that you want in your life right now? So you need to ask yourself, you need to think on these things. And then if you realize that what you have been doing is not working, then you clearly need to make a change. Because that making no sense. It have a saying that say, if you continue to do the same thing over and over and you're expecting a different result, that is the definition of madness. And we're not mad here. We are math scholars. We are logical thinkers that would analyze situation, that we would think, and we would obviously seek to try different methods, or 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, so that we would see what works best for us and apply it for our lives. And sometimes you might think that we have to do it on our own, but the reality is we don't have to. We can get help. We can seek out people that have been doing it successfully, who is successfully doing it now, or who have been successful and they have the results to prove that they were able to do this and they got through and they have the goals that you are now looking to get. So you could get help, whether it's from a classmate that seem to be doing well and she have certain study habits, she have certain things that is working for her that is not stressing her out as much. Or you could ask a teacher, a coach, and if you really think about it, think long and hard enough, it have somebody, whether a family member or a neighbor or somebody that you can reach out to. If you think long and hard enough, that can help you to achieve it and offer different alternatives to what you have been working and being unsuccessful with. So remember, if you continue to do the same thing over and over and it not yielding the results and you're expecting a different result, that's madness. So we should be implementing good study habits. In the last video that I did, I would have discussed my 7 proven, powerful and effective study habits that can positively change your life and your academic success for the better. So you could always look back on that video and be inspired. So we have already hit that pause button. We have relaxed, we have been doing things to think, and now we have reflected. After we have reflected and think on what has been doing, we now need to evaluate those things that we would have thought on and asked ourselves. We now need to evaluate what we have been doing and now put a measuring statistic, something in terms of you're analyzing or you're assessing the success rate of each strategy that you have implemented so far or will be implemented, and you would keep on a progress chart. So you want to evaluate to see if it's working or if it's not working. Is it giving me a little bit closer, or is it something that I need to tweak? So you need to evaluate what's working for you. Is studying at night better, studying in the day? Is turning off my phone? What method am I using to get me to the goal that I need? Is it working? So you need to evaluate that. And most importantly, you need to reset your mindset and your thought patterns. So if you realize that A not working, we try B. B kind of working, but it's not all that work. It's halfway there. Then I try C, and I continue down until Z, until I find something that works best for me, that would get me closer to my dreams, so that I could achieve it with less stress, and I would be able to have a balanced life as well. All right, so one of the other things that I wanted to emphasize is what we think on. So in terms of resetting our mindset and our thought patterns, you remember from our very first episode on ThoughtFUL Thursdays with Miss Clarke, with me, yes, that I would have emphasized that as a man thinks, so is he, or as a person thinks, so is he or she. And the reason that I'm stressing this here again is that our thoughts are important. It's important that we have positive thoughts and not negative thoughts. What we feed ourselves is also important. We know that our thoughts are the pathway to our destiny, so we need to be careful of what we constantly think on. And we should be speaking positively of ourselves and seeking out positive results and positive things. So remember, when our thoughts are where we want to be in the future, it will help us decide on how we live today. So if we know we want to accomplish X, we'd make sure that we do A, B, C, D, and all the letters so that we could reach to X at the end of the day. So I really hope that you enjoyed today's session and that you are encouraged most of all to hit that pause button so that you can rest, reflect, evaluate, and reset your mindset and the strategies that you are implementing in your life so that you can be successful at what you set your mind today to achieve. So let's do this. Let's aim for excellence. Let's put in the necessary work. Let's apply the right strategies for our life and most definitely for our studies. Let us get that needed fresh air. Let's drink our water and let we mind our business. And by minding your own business, what I mean is that you're keeping your ultimate goals in check and in mind so that what you do ultimately would be to accomplish your ultimate goals and dreams. So, be encouraged, and thank you for listening to Thoughtful Thursdays with Miss Clarke. And remember that you are intelligent, you are beautiful, and you will achieve excellence. So, take care, and thanks for joining in. Blessings.